Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So per your request, I'm creating this makeup look for you guys today. I posted this look to Instagram and I had someone ask me to do a makeup tutorial on it. So I was like, okay, we can get into that. We can do it. We can make it happen. So that's what we're doing today. It's a very fiery, spring, summery look and I really love it. I think the shades are really great for this time of year. I really love warm tone makeup looks pretty much all throughout the year, but especially in the spring and summer. So this kind of look is just my jam right now. So yeah, if you guys want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I already got on my brows. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown. Okay, so now I'm just gonna prime the skin. I'm using the PUR Cosmetics No Filter Blurring Primer. This has been my favorite primer lately. It's got these golden reflex in it that just gives you a glow from within kind of look when you put your foundation over it. So I need a smaller mirror. It has like a little dropper. Just drop that onto the face. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend all that out with my fingers. Always want to make sure your hands are clean too before you spread things on your face. I don't know if you guys could see that, but doesn't it look glowy? I feel like it just gives you this really glowy illumination to your skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and color correct just a little bit. I'm using the Maybelline Master Camo color correcting kit. This is in the shade Light. I've been really loving this lately. I've hit pan on a couple of the shades already, so this has been working out really great for me. So I'm just going to take this peachier shade right here, and I'm just going to use that under the eyes and to cover up some hyperpigmentation on my face. The only thing I wish about this thing is that it had a mirror. It doesn't have a mirror, so we're just gonna have to use our very own. And I'm just applying this with my fingers, just dabbing it on really quick. So I'm just taking the green shade here and just applying that to any redness. I'm gonna break out there too. Ah! It's so cold! Alright, so next for foundation, I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and girl, I freaking love this foundation. It's such a great foundation, especially for this time of the year. The finish is just really pretty. Like, it's not a matte finish, but it's not a super dewy finish. It's right in between. I want to say like a satin finish, I guess you would say. But it just looks so gorgeous on, and it's a full coverage foundation, which is so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. I'm using the shade Golden because I recently just tanned, and this just matches me right now. I'm just taking my Morphe E31 brush to blend that out. So before I go in with concealer, I'm using the PUR Cosmetics Bronzer Selfie to bronze up the perimeter of the face and warm up our complexion a little bit more. So we have like a sun-kissed glow going on. So I'm using that same brush by Morphe. I love this brush. It's the Morphe E31 brush. I think I already said that, but I love this brush. It's a really great brush for foundation, and I also like it for buffing out this in particular cream bronzer, or liquid bronzer. We're just giving ourselves a slight contour without getting too cray-cray. Now to conceal, I'm using the PUR Cosmetics Disappearing Ink Concealer. I'm using the shade Light, and we're just gonna pop that underneath the eye area. And down the bridge of the nose. And I'm just going to be taking this Morphe R3 brush. It's like a tapered duo fiber brush to blend that out. No matter how cute I try to make myself look blending out my concealer, it just never looks cute. And then I'm also going to take the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. This one's in the shade Ivory. And I'm just going to pop that underneath the eyes for a little bit more brightness. Alright, now to set everything, I'm just going to go in with the Airspun Powder. I need to get like a new powder. This one's a little bit heavy, but we're going to go in with this today. Just going to take a beauty blender. I usually dampen it, but I'm too lazy right now, so I'm just going to use it dry. once I feel like we're solid, I'm taking the Morphe E53 brush to dust all that off. I will list all the brushes that I'm using down below in the description bar, by the way. I figured I would just mention them as I go because I feel like I get a lot of questions on what brushes I'm using. Alright, so now for blush, I got these really cool liquid blushes by Nars in the mail. I posted them on Instagram. I take Luster. It's a gorgeous peachy toned blush, and they do have pumps, which is awesome. I freaking love when liquid things come with pumps. Just gonna pump that on there. This is what Luster looks like, by the way. It's very peachy toned blush shade. I like to apply this with a round kabuki brush. This one is the Sigma F82 brush. This has been my favorite brush to apply these liquid blushes. I'm just dabbing it on there, making sure that I dab off any excess because you don't want to go ham sandwich into it, especially if you've already set your face. And I'll just dab that on. And it just looks so pretty. Very pretty and glowy. They just give you a really pretty flush to the cheeks. I love these. You could pack on a little bit more so you can get a little bit more pigment out of it if you wanted to, but I just like to dab it on lightly so it looks more like a natural flush to the cheeks. See the difference? I love it. I think it looks really good. So, and these blend really nicely too, by the way. If ever you were to go in too crazy with it, I didn't, but if ever you were to, just take the powder brush that you use and just dust over it a little bit and it'll tone it down for sure. All right, so for the most part, we're done with the face. I'll come back and do a little bit more bronzing and some highlight later, but right now we'll just dive into the eyes. All right, so I've already primed my eyes with some concealer. I use that Pure Cosmetics concealer to prime my eye area. So now I'm just taking this bone shade from the Morphe 350M palette. It's an all matte palette, and I'm using my Sigma tapered blending brush, number E40, to set that base. Next, I'm taking this more orangey tone here on that same brush, and we are going to go back and forth through the crease and upper crease, and this is going to be our transition shade for the look. Next, I'm just going to go into this burnt deep red or terracotta shade, and we're going to run that through the outer V. I'm using the Morphe M514 brush. So now I'm just going to take those same two colors and I'm going to run them down the lower lash line. So I'm taking that orangey shade, burning that down here. Then I'm going to take the reddish shade, more so on the outer third of that lower lash line. I'm just connecting it with the outer V. Now with this cute itty bitty little brush right here, this is the Morphe M508 brush. I'm going to be taking this brown shade here, it's a deep brown shade, and I'm going to run that on the outer third of the lower lash line, but I'm going to pack it on pretty tight there just to give myself a little bit more definition. Kind of smoke it out, but not get too crazy with it. Alright, and lastly, to set the brow bone, I'm going in with this bone shade here. And we are just going to apply that to the brow bone. Just kind of blend it downward. So next I'm going into the Morphe 350S palette. This one is all shimmer shades. I'm just taking this coppery kind of shade right here, and we're going to pop that onto the lids. But before that, I'm taking the Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just going to dab that right onto the lid. All right, next I'm just going to pick up this gold shade, and I'm going to spritz my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and dab that on to the center of the lid. I'm also going to take this shade on the center of the lower lash line. Okay, so now for the inner corner highlight, I'm picking up this champagne-y looking shade here, and I'm applying that with my Morphe M506 brush to the inner corners. Alright, so now for mascara, I'm using the Laura Geller Lash Boss mascara. This one's been my favorite lately. And then for lashes, I'm using these ones by PUR Cosmetics. They're the 3D Silk Lashes in Bombshell. Alright, so now I'm just going to take this Maybelline pen eyeliner. It's their Master Precise Curvy Liquid Liner. And I'm just going to run that through the inner corners really quick. And then lastly for the eyes, I'm taking this MAC Eye Kohl in Fascinating, and I'm going to run that through the waterline. Alright, and that is it for the eyes. Alright, so to wrap up the face, I'm taking the e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their, ooh girl, contouring, blush, and bronzing powder in St. Lucia. It doesn't tell me what it's called on the package, so I had to look that one up. In St. Lucia, and I'm just going to take this bronzing shade right here, and we're just going to go ahead and contour the nose. And then for that highlight though, I'm going in with the Spotlight Highlight Palette. This one is by BH Cosmetics. And oh, so pretty. So I'm just going to take the shade Dream, and we're going to use that to highlight the face. Get that highlight on fleek. Oh girl, that is just too lit for me. I should use my finger to run it down the bridge of my nose. And get that Cupid's bow. And I think I'm just going to spritz my brush with some MAC Fix Plus so we can get that highlight a little bit more lit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So now I'm just going to go ahead and mist my face with some more MAC Fix Plus. And then lastly for the lips, I'm using the Estee Lauder Pure Color Love lipstick in 350 Sly Wink. It's a super gorgeous, kind of like a orangey shade. I love it. I think it just reminds me of summer. It would go really great with this look, so I'm just gonna pop that on. It's like a creamy sheen. Alright, so I really love a super highlighted Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna go back into that Dream shade, and I'm using my Sigma Lash Fan E04 brush. This is what I've been using to highlight my Cupid's bow. And alright guys, that's going to be it for this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Decided to try this look out. If you do, make sure to tag me. I will leave a hashtag down below for you guys. Or just tag me on Instagram, just at ModelKrystalA, to share your looks with me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe if you're new. Hey girl, hey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we don't lose each other. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any pressing news for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any more makeup requests. I do post a lot of my makeup looks on Instagram that I don't film, but if you guys ever want me to film a look that I do post to Instagram, then just let me know. Shoot me a comment, inbox me, comment down on this video, and I can definitely do that for you guys, so just let me know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. I hope you guys are having an amazing spring and summer. It's getting so hot out here. Oh, girl. That Cali weather, though. That Cali weather. Gotta love it, though. Yeah, anyway, okay, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.